top of the morning. Now we have to examine a little clip here. We have to examine a little clip.
Tried today. Did you see what they tried today?
Veronica.
They tried to suppress the votes.
What's up, Veronica?
They tried to suppress the votes by using bomb threats. Can you put it out today, please?
Well, go on, Ryan. Bless up, my brother.
They tried to use bomb threats. They tried to use bomb threats today. And then the Jamaica Labour Party tried to gaslight the country to say that the...
Yo, big up Andre. Andre, the African voice. Yo, that was funny. That just catch me off guard a while ago. I was going to listen to that part. No, that catch me off guard a while ago.
National Party.
It's good to be here, man.
We're the ones behind the bomb threats. How dangerous a road that is, Horace Chan.
Mighty God.
How dangerous a road that is, Horace Chan. How dangerous a road that is. Listen to what Raymond Price had to say to them today. Listen to what Raymond Price had to say to them today.
All right, firstly, for me, can I ask you to respond to this release from the JLP just now, which states that the General Secretary condemns PNP's elements for bomb threats? Yes, in the release, Dr. Shang says it appears elements in the PNP have adopted mischievous and disruptive actions in an attempt to disrupt the voting of the security forces. I urge elements in the PNP to desist from seeking. Can I get you to respond to that?
This was prepared before the bomb threats were issued.
No, he does not. Can I get a response to that, please?
The full response will have to come from the General Secretary. But I saw when that release was posted, and as somebody who grew with him granny, there is often a trait among the guilt. My grandmother's version of it was not as sophisticated as Sigmund Freud, but Sigmund Freud famously says, criminals leave clues. They have a compulsion to confess. For Dr. Chang, who is presently not only the Deputy Prime Minister, but the Minister of National Security, to make such a bizarre statement before the authorities are able to conclude any investigation, speaks to a mind that may reflect the mischief they complain about as the creator of the mischief, not the one describing it. It is an utterly unprofessional, below par, and reckless statement for him to have made, but it is consistent with the statements we have seen over the last 3 debates, where in the face of truth, people are able to hide behind innuendo of their own creation. And he's to be condemned for that.
You know, I'm going to condemn Horace Chang.
Yes.
Because how would Horace Chang know or try to posture the argument or propagate the argument that is the PNP who is behind the bomb threats?
Yes.
15 bomb threats.
15? That's so much? 15?
15 bomb threats.
Are you serious? 15?
15 bomb threats.
You never know that, you know?
15 bomb threats.
I did not know that, bro. I didn't know it was so much.
And I am telling you.
Boy, they was busy, boy.
And they were all coordinated at government.
Government buildings. Wow. That is not a coincidence.
So when I saw that today, I said to myself,
Horace Chang was singing the song, "These are my confessions."
Why would Horace Chang argue that the PNP is behind that? Isn't that reckless and dangerous?
Yeah, he's the Deputy Prime Minister, you know? And the Minister of what do you call it? national security, you know. For him to make a statement like that without any evidence, that was pretty reckless and very irresponsible. Listen, the way how these guys are going, it's almost like to me that they actually want Jamaica to have some type of emergency to halt this these proceedings of our democratic right to vote, because they realize that the PNP base has been totally awoke, you know, like from all the way in the diaspora. I know there's a lot of people listening to me that wish that they could be here. That is how passionate the people are, and it's just circumstances why they cannot be. There's a lot of people that watch me, I know for a fact, that watch all of us, all the bloggers, that's standing for truth and rights and justice, and they really wanted to be here to come and cast their vote. And there's some of them that made it. I'm sure you've seen videos on the internet of different viral videos at that, of different people coming down. But my God, this was very irresponsible by and it was very dangerous. It's not just irresponsible. I played a video of what's his name, Marvin. I think damn, is it Marvin? I don't know if it's Marvin. Some TikTok about this content.
Isn't that reckless and dangerous?
Mm-hmm. What you say?
Isn't that a reckless?
Yeah,
and
man, gotta
dangerous
show them
thing
up,
to
man.
happen?
Gotta show them up. Oh, by the way, speaking of God showing them up. Speaking of God, in this same thing you're gonna see.
He said it. He said it, Jamaica. There was a press release. There was a press release.
Andre, let me see press release for the first time, you know. Although I could have found it, but it's just, anytime I hear stuff about them, it's like, I know the playbook, so it's like, But listen to this.
Jamaica.
Listen to this. Let me turn it down.
Suppose you hear the things he spoke.
Yes.
Suppose you hear the things he spoke. Listen to what he said, Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch. Never know can't tell all that in our election campaign, that's true. Morgan needs some little room, but let me tell you, you know what I mean? So, Mark, you don't feel so, you can't make Liverpool tell you to allow them to.
So, according to George Davis on that hot mic, he's aiding and abetting in committing crimes of immorality by not only telling a lie, but helping somebody else to tell it and influence all their listeners in nationwide to believe a lie. Right? That is everything of what he's saying there. So let me get this straight. According to them, PNP is telling lies. Now, why would you say that JLP can tell lies too? Why wouldn't you say we are standing on morality and we're standing on our dignity, our ethics and our values, and we refuse to tell lies? What we're going to do is echo the truth. Right? So, you see, God has a way, ladies and gentlemen. God has a way. All praises to the Most High. God has a way of having us expose ourselves. Super D, big up. God has a way of us exposing ourselves, you know. From the horse's mouth, so to speak. Huh? So, you can tell somebody lie them too for the JLP. So, if you level the playing field. I thought when people told lies, you debunk them with the truth. You didn't manufacture lies that sound better. You know, maybe something is wrong with me. What do you guys think? Listen to this guy. Let him call him Dirty Batty Jerry.
Listen to what he said, Jamaica.
Ouch. Them alone can't tell all that line our election campaign, that's true. Brother needs some little room, but let me tell you, you know what I mean? Brother say, so, Mark, you don't feel so, you can't make Liverpool tell to I lie them too. Yeah, so monopolize a lie, I don't know tell lie.
And these are the individuals that get positions in the JLP party from nationwide. This is the pool. This is a part of the pool of character or lack thereof that get positions in the Jamaica Labour Party. Wow. That's something, eh?
Them alone can't tell all that line our election campaign, that's true. Brother needs some little room, but let me tell you, you know what I mean? Brother say, so, Mark, you don't feel so, you can't make Liverpool tell to I lie them too. Yeah, so monopolize.
Now, after hearing this, I'm gonna ask the audience if you are still listening to Nationwide, whether you're a Labourite or not, or independent. Are you still gonna continue to listen to them after this? Are you gonna continue to listen to George Davis in particular, wherever he is? Are you gonna listen to his programs anymore? You know, even if you want to narrow it down to politics. No, for me, I have never, and I repeat, I have never come on my platform with the intent to purposefully lie on someone or organization. Never. Never did it. Never will. I've never done that. Just come on. Oh God. I'm saying talk about drop now. Damn, something too odd. Forgot. I got this phone. I could catch it with. You know, Jamaica said catch it. Yeah. Turn on the camera. Yeah. So I have never started a video and decided that I am going to come and lie to you guys today. I've never done that. And I can assure you that I will never do that. Alright? I do my best to uphold my integrity at all times, but to come and blatantly lie on someone, that is you not having any integrity at all. And that is evil. And you are the most dangerous type of human being. A human being that can just is so comfortable to just lie. Lies just rolling off the tip of their tongue. I don't want to have any dealings with you. If that's how you get down, stay the hell away from me. You know what I mean? We're gonna go back to we're gonna go to this now.
Because if you know Max, you will realize that the Prime Minister of Jamaica, who love call me that man, but me no hypocrite. The names must name. Andrew Holness, are you the comfort?
Yes.
Andrew Holness, aka Brave Man. The president of all the eggs. And members say every flavor in your box have a warning. So Andrew must have a warning. But let me take on this. Andrew Holness said that the poorest Jamaicans need 6,000 homes. He builds 30 per year. If no one you know Max, because if you're going to build 6,000 homes 30 per year, it will take 200 years before you build 6,000 homes. They don't want you to learn Max, because they have a project called Lift. And Lift is supposed to be for 17 to 24 years old. That is 240,000 children. Out of 240,000 children, Lift targets 500. 500 will be Lift, but 239,000 no maths. And so therefore, they go out and kill education.
No, when you're educated, you know, when you're educated, it's easier for you to measure performance. You understand? So, like stuff like that he just mentioned. Andrew Wallace names these programs. But then when you look at the effectiveness of the program, you're like, literally the PR, the money that they spend on PR is where the effectiveness of that program is. The actual changing of people's lives, well, the majority compared to who needs the help, is very dismal. You understand? It's very, very dismal. So, oh dear, it's very, very sad, man. It's very, very sad. Let's continue.
They kill education by putting 2 lines in our school, reminding us of countries like
Kevin
South
Ellis,
Africa
what up?
and America with prejudice.
That's right.
That you have a park line and you have a non-park line.
Yeah, choose Jamaica. Yeah. Choose God.
And waiting for them
Hello.
to white rice and
Choose Jamaica. Choose God. Not the devil. Not people showing Roman buses and lighting candles and cutting off goat heads and all of these ungodly practices from our government. Choose Jamaica by choosing God. And if you don't believe in God, I'm sorry for you, you know. That is damn. Hey, I pray that you find wisdom and peace. That's all I can say.
chicken foot. No, nobody know English.
It's gonna be a landslide victory for the People's National
I
Party.
said chicken foot. Because it's one day piece of chicken foot. Now imagine that. The foul of 2 foot. You couldn't give the picnic 1 foul 2 foot. Somewhere in Jamaica right now, they can labor like a foul up because it's 1 foot.
You gotta love
We will change that.
Yeah.
Because JP only give 180,000 picnic. And if you have a toilet that is not a big toilet, you're picnic no qualify. If you are ambitious enough to buy a TV, you're picnic no qualify. What kind of country are we running that we cannot feed a hungry child? What?
So if you have a pit toilet, you don't qualify for the kids don't qualify if they have a pit toilet, they don't qualify for that program. Lloyd Fang, what's up, bro? Tell me if that's not ridiculous. And then even if that is law, you're the government. You're telling me that you don't see how silly that is, and you have the opportunity to change legislation and you don't change it. Just make it make sense. Make it make sense. You know what I mean? Just make it make sense. Yeah. Nasty. Let's continue. Orlando, what's good?
But understand this. You cannot give $180 for a lunch. That cannot buy no lunch.
Nowhere.
The People's National Party said we will give $400 per child and we will give 254,000 children so that your child can benefit from a lunch. Why they don't want to give your children a lunch? Because they want them miss some days of school. And when they miss some days of school, then now they don't end up performing in them exam. And when they don't perform with them exam,
fully done.
They end up going for them yard and clean toilet. We need out of 5 days. Our children should be there 5 days.
Yeah. I agree.
And therefore, the PMP is making sure that you don't have an excuse. Not only
listen to me. You see the passion that Damian Crawford has for education. You see the passion that Dr. Dawes has for healthcare. You see the passion that Dr. Miranda Wellington has for farmers and our people in our community. Trust me. You see the passion that Dr. Andre Harton has for his people in Montego Bay. Let me play something for them. I tell them why. Wow. Play something for y'all, man. Play something for y'all.
I was walking through gutters and I saw a little girl with 10 bottles, big 5-gallon bottles strapped onto her back like a turtle shell. It started with my comrades, I couldn't believe me call her. I said, little girl, where are you going to the water bottle? I'm going to fetch water, sir. Where are you going to fetch water? Down by the river, sir. I said, river there? And you as a little 10-year-old girl, if you walk with so much bottle, if you go catch, is a disgrace, man. Them need to go right now. Right away, we're going to order some pipe. Right away. Because we don't like the challenges. We are problem solver. And that is the type of leadership that Montego Bay needs and has been longing for so many years. And we buy the pipe, then we call a community meeting. And I can safe to say that we are on our way to fixing those water issues. And they are not the only ones. In Bowen Hill, they have been without water for so long. In Bvrclips, they have been without water for so long. Guess what Labourites them go do? Go buy a black tank. Build cup without nothing for chewing night. That make no sense. Instead of go buy pump, go buy pipe, go dig hole, go build dam. The Labourites them go buy black tank with the money. Them a think back way.
You good?
Comrades, I am passionate about this because we never have it there. We can do anywhere in our world, but we recognize the challenges. Comrades, the other day I was walking through gutters and I saw a little girl.
So when you hear that, I see him get water in our community, you know. And I want our community them to constituency, you know. This youth is passionate. I play one next video with him. I'm passionate about fixing the problems of the people. He's a brain box youth, you know. If you don't know David, brain box youth, no joke about it. Let's see.
Why is your government, having spent 200 million on this commission of inquiry into FinSac, hiding the FinSac report? Why is your government, having spent 200 million on this commission of inquiry into FinSac?
Hey, when Marky G, when I asked him that question, you could have seen like Andrew face. You know when somebody smells something foul and he just can't get his in front under his nose and sun your face skin up. I laugh till I wake. Me say, if people really watch that debate, man, and tell me, say, Mark going in this try Andrew Honest, them, yo, brother, yo, what you say? I feel a clown big nose. Oh, listen to this.
This is one of 1,000 reasons to vote out JLP. Set 3 Road, no one will escape there. Wickedness if they get a free RD term.
Lung infection, 8 o'clock in the morning on the 17th of June. And by 8 o'clock in the night on the 17th of June, my uncle dead over Cornwall Regional Hospital. I see them tour and cut ribbon. I see them tour and cut ribbon. After 9 years, comrades. After 9 years, comrades, all we have to show for the Cornwall Regional Hospital is an empty building and some ribbon for the JLP. A cut time come, comrades, so we get rid of these uncaring leaders, comrades. We need people who believe in the development of this country, who think fast and act quick and ensure that within a year or two, if the hospital is broken, we get a ship, a hospital, and park it out a free port and say, all right, we are referred the hospital, go on the ship, go get health care. And we make sure within a year or two, the hospital is fixed and ready to serve communities, to serve the people of St. James. It's not lip service, it is action, comrades. Comrades, when I speak of urgency, I think of my own mother.
Listen.
Because whilst growing up, comrades, if my mother say wash the plate, she mean wash it now.
No, we not good, man.
When I feel like. If my mother says spread up the bed, she means spread up it now.
No, we not good, man.
Imagine my mother tell me to wash the plate. Me go down a pings, go buy cloth, tie ribbon around the sink, cut the ribbon, and then I tell my mother, say, Mommy, see the walla.
No, we not good, man.
And they play them dirty same way. What kind of nasty and caring set of leaders we have in this country, comrades?
Vote them out. Vote them out. 3 days to go, ladies and gentlemen. And then wicked guy, man.
Comrades, we don't need talking, we need
Action.
We don't need lip service, we need quick, decisive thinking.
Yes.
We don't need people to create a facade and a mirror in front of us. We need people who understand the people who walk with the people who talk with the people who bring themselves to the level of the people so that we can understand how we create real change, comrades. St. James West Central is on its way to victory. St. James West Central is on its way to create history here in Montego Bay, because when they see how we deal with them in the polls, the Jamaica Labour Party will write up this constituency for the next 10 years, the next 20 years, the next 30 years, because a real leader has arrived, and we will defeat the Labour Party here in the home of the People's National Party in St. James, Mount Salem. Big up on yourself, comrades. The time has come. You have better Jamaica. Time has come for a better life. The People's National Party is ready.
This is one of one.
Yo, let me tell you, say, you could have see the determination in the youth eye. You could have see determination in him eye. Determined for let the people know how much in ready to deliver change. And I don't know, lip service and a play thing. You see where enough people don't understand. You see the People's National Party. The People's National Party is a great blend of Jamaica, in terms of culture. The People's National Party, they have a whole heap of youth tonight. Zine from all different age groups. Some, really young, some middle young, Some of them barely reach them 30s. And them age there in a politics young. Zine? So alright. But that's a try to show you. Then you have the female them. You have 22 female around. 22 female around. So say that the mind is different again with their educated mind. All them have different personality. You know what I mean? You have businesswoman, you have doctor. You see me I say? All type of different qualifications be. And then you have some brethren, some new politician, fresh, brother. Yo, may I tell you, say the whole party impressive, bro. When they really get to know the people and check them background, you see me I say? It's impressive. And then you have some elder statesmen. They're real, when I say real general, me I talk about real general. If you know me I deal with, yeah man, them name, them reputation, where them been a do, well understood and well known, isn't it? Yeah, so we in a good hands. We in a good hands, people, man, I'm telling you. And the greatest hands there now is the hands of the Most High. You see me, because at the end of the day, I'm not spread no fear, I just awareness. And for those who don't know, that just I come to this platform, if you don't watch all of my videos them, I always bring the warning of the prophets and the prophetess them, isn't it? Yeah, man. I know some people shy away from them videos there, but you see if you don't follow them up and track them and realize the prophecy them, I don't know what they say. I hold it at him when we did talk about from last year. It manifests right now. Yeah, it's like it just, for me, this has been a year plus of me watching God work in our country. It's been a year plus of me watching God work. Just I watch God at work. I'm going to tell us, I said before, to God be the glory. To God be the glory. The prophecy them are come true, man. You know, fear is falling right in front of our eyes. You see? Yeah. Fear are falling right in front of our eyes, people. God is the greatest. You see me?
We will give $400 a day for them to be to school. We will give $10,000 a month for them taxi fare. So after the PMP, give the children of the poor $10,000 for taxi fare and $400 a day for lunch. If you don't come, we don't know what is this, and don't send them to school. Remember tonight, Damian Crawford tell you should pay a debt of debt. So listen this. You see, if you now go PNP meeting and now go PTA meeting, I am giving you. You study the rich and see if they'll pick them and prioritize the poor. I watch them killing from a day. I don't bad mind the rich. I go in a corner and study them. And I see that there is a reality of mathematics that we must understand. When you left here, you have to learn something. There is a subject in maths called vectors. It said there is a distance and a direction. The rich want you to believe that those who are rich own something. So the direction is from A to B. But the truth is those who own something rich, the direction is from B to A. You see, if those who rich own something, then those who poor should be alright not owning. But if those who own something rich, then the poor should demand ownership. That is why we did NHT. Yes. That is why we did land lease. That's why we did Operation Pride, so that the poor can own and then become rich. That's why we free up taxes. So understand, we recognize that there is too much level subject picnic, a work a wholesale. We recognize that there is too much night subject look up here that must stop at 4 a.m.
True.
trying to reach a town center.
True.
No longer in this country. So what did we say? We say that the first child in every single family that get into university, they will go for free under the People's National Bank. When you go home tonight, you look on your picnic and tell them that you see you are going to university. You belong to the people. So the next time, I'm see how you wrap up the place. I play traffic when a nomination day. I don't only want traffic and nomination day. I want you to escape on the toll of my UE. I want you to escape on the toll. When I'm done with education, the next time you hear labor is labor for learning. Hold on, come here, we have to teach you people. We then recognize that there is a problem with ownership. I just teach you the local maths. I can't teach you the local history. But before I teach you the history, I can't teach you the local English. They keep on calling me goat man. I don't like it. Because goat man means I only have one goat. They need to call me goats man because I'm a 400.
Do you know how dumb, like, do you know how dumb, and I'm sorry YouTube, no, listen, please forgive me, but people that laugh at a person that is rearing goats, when goat meat is like the most expensive meat on the market, top 2, top 3, and you are what? You think you are stunting. See, this is the nonsense, right? This is the nonsense sometimes the media and people in positions of power, that is all about gimmicks. That's why they don't like the people educated. An educated person would never laugh at a farmer. A farmer that farms anything. I don't care if you're farming potatoes. I don't care if you're farming callaloo. If you are a farmer and you own land and you own livestock, nobody can stunt on you. Listen, you got ownership, you got equity, and you got food. You got sustainability. You understand what I'm saying? You got something that the majority of the people don't got. Land, food, the know-how to produce. So you feeding people, and you got somebody trying to what? Stunt on you? Man, listen. Being a farmer is one of the most honorable professions, the most dignified profession. And I'm talking about good farmers. I'm talking about farmers that truly is connected to God and want to give people nutritious food to feed their mind, their body, and soul. Let me specify. Those are the farmers I'm talking about. So you got small farmer. You got this man, Damian Crawford, that got 400 goats. This dude got goats to the point where he was giving away goats. And I'm saying, when he was giving away the goats to some kids in the area, I was wondering what was the joke. I was like, can I get a goat? Let me go time out there, so. Can I get a goat? Go chop some bush sometime and feed and come give man give water. What the hell? Can I get a she-goat? So I can get another goat to me to do if you get more goats? Like, I don't bruh. What is the joke? I don't get the joke. This man is making serious money off goats. That's cash, baby. I didn't understand the joke.
I need plural from the name because I have many goats. I'm in a war when Labourites take the goat and the go station and say I want goat before. I have the Bible right there. Goats. But where prejudice exists in this country is that when I say I'm going to give goat, they call me goat man. But when I'm just saying I'm going to be donkey, they never call him donkey man.
Yo, that joke will never die.
I can't teach you some more English. There are some words in English that sound alike, but they are different. I hear Andrew only say reach off a taxi. I say what am I like? But when I was studying English, maybe it was not T-A-X-I taxi. It was T-A-X-I.
Yo, that video, let me play that video, bruh. Oh my God, man. Yo, listen. I'm
Change is coming. Hold on.
Behave yourself, sir. I don't know why you gotta be that loud. That joke that he just told, man, listen to this.
Then listen here.
Have a negative activity, in this case, thieving government resources. So I start to study English because I know I'm a maths man. Yeah. I start to study English because I know some pronunciations.
Verna, what's up?
And I realize that there are some words that sound alike. So when the Prime Minister said get rich off a taxi, T-A-X-I, maybe it's here we never hear, it's taxis, T-A-X-E-S. You have to kind of figure that out. I mean, I know which one it is, but from an English standpoint.
Yo, man, till I said that video, that short that I have up with Damien saying that. I mean, I was so shocked when I looked. That I think that's the best short I got in terms of viewership. I think it's at 100 and almost 50,000 views, man. I was like, what? Yes, sir. The people really like that one. So, you know, taxi. he said he got 2 taxes. So like two. What do you mean 2 taxes? Two taxes or what? Is it a taxi or taxes? Who knows?
Then would
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? That's just far as the trade wind goes. Now, let me see. We'll continue this.
I got back to serious that. Guys, I love gimmicks now. But you have to laugh if you're being led by coach.
So we have Vivine from New York. How you doing, Vivine? Oh, sorry, Olivine. Olivine Campbell. So wait, my apologies. I'm here picking out some ackee. I don't know if you eat ackee. But we're here in JA, baby. Let me find this video. Yo, this next video I'm gonna play, man. Damian Crawford needs to be locked up, bro. Alright? Him and the Raymond Price. I told y'all, the 2 of them, because Damian said he was nervous in the debate. A confident Damian and a confident in terms of in front of the crowd and being on a team. A confident Damian and a confident Raymond Price is unfair to any, I don't care which 2 Labourites put together. Any 2 Labourites put together that is a part of that parliament. Andrew Willis included. Damian Crawford and Raymond Price. Yo, them man, they will make you fight, brother. Damian Crawford, them man, they will make you fight. Raymond Price, worse. Now hear that interview here now.
He deserve a house. They can bright. And Andrew don't like bright people. Go look for the I'm not here. See, but it's not to try. So you want to be a baller, alright, you mess about that. You want to be a baller in a 9th grade now. You have a do plumbing and cap. A stream for vocation. From 10th grade you can choose your vocational years.
Over 5 years you can accomplish that.
Well, we're going to try.
Best.
We're going to try. You think the man will take a free kick in all 7 sport?
One of the biggest things for Jamaicans is that they don't think that the People's National Party is together. They don't.
Listen to this. Yo, that interview, yeah? Yo, I tell you, last night I listened to that interview, yeah, because Damian Crawford got up on a portion of the interview, you know, on some channel on YouTube, you know. See? And last night I listened to that interview, yeah, I say, yo, where that girl at the point? When me she asked that question, I say, oh, where that girl at the point? She had talk about disunity. The people in the country feel like, say, PMP, disunited. You have some of them who feel like that. I mean, I was saying to myself, who are these people that feel like, Camille, big up. I was saying to myself, who are these people that feel like the PMP is disunited? Where? Are you guys serious? So you guys believe that with Damian Crawford and Marky G have some type of issue? You guys feel that? You guys don't see that the man is working as a total unit. Not just Damian Crawford. Everybody on the team. Wanna say that? You guys really believe that there's some type of inside you know, conflict with the People's National Party? Let me tell you something, man. Dr. Dayton Campbell, Mark Golding, they are running a tight shift. They are very organized. You understand? And they're very strategic. And they have had time to have meetings and sat downs and iron out whatever that was when there was a leadership change and this person was running and that person was running. But you know, looking back at it, at the end of it, I said, you know, this girl was playing the devil's advocate. She was trying to be a good, you know, interviewer to get the best out of Damien, and that is exactly what she did. Listen to this.
Things for Jamaicans is that they don't think that the People's National Party is together. They don't think it is. You know this. Don't play a blind eye to the truth. What people say the social it's not a team. JLP look more cohesive. They look more like they're together. They have a plan. They have a.
Yo, I saw Damien and look on her. You alright? You straight? You good right now? Let me check your temperature. Are you serious, man? They are more together. What news have you been watching? Like, didn't they have a situation with Delana Severide and many other seats? Wasn't there, bro? So at this point, I was triggered. I ain't even gonna cap, lady. I don't know you, but you triggered me, cause you was acting too good. I was like, wait a minute, is she serious? I was like, nah. And then she asked another question. I said, wait, she is serious. Listen to her.
Should them buy the shirt together and wear one shirt?
No, not only because they buy the shirt, Damien. They would come out with evidence showing the reducing crime rate, the reducing employment. They have statistics. Yes, you already talk about that. But what they're saying is PNP is not a whole.
All right, watch me now. Let me answer this.
And also, I have a next question to add to that. Once you become the administration for the next 4 years,
what's up?
of course, it's like for Alfred Dawes to be a Minister of Health, you to be a Minister of Education. Yeah. But one of the biggest things that Jamaica looks at is the finance aspect. Yeah. A lot of persons do not see Julian Robinson as a person.
Versus Favour, what can go so?
Yes, versus Favour, right, what can... No, what they're going to... Okay then, what they're...
Yo, Damien said, you don't think Julian Robinson is more competent than versus Favour? What can go so? Pro box Favour? $2,000 a month Favour? The man said, I said, man, look on her. Okay, all right, let me hear this.
Judging is where Nigel would have left.
Nigel not here.
Yes, but what Nigel did for Jamaica, as opposed to what Julian will come in and do, they don't have faith in that.
I'm not even about to talk about Nigel because I'm not here.
See? But we still, just like how you acknowledge all of the things that PMP would have done, you still have to acknowledge what Nigel would have done to as well, Damien.
So, but now come to that. So let us say Usain Bolt, the Olympics.
Yeah, which he did.
And he come give me the ban.
You have to carry it.
I'll ask when I come, he can't run fast like Usain Bolt. Favour cannot do not near Julian. Zero near. When Favour was in the Ministry of Education, they said got 18%. She was a minister before. What was her capacity? What was her competence? You tell me, say you can run the Ministry of Education, but you can run the Minister of Finance? Are you crazy? Favour couldn't even calculate how much we have pro box.
Yes, our figures was a bit off. It was off.
Yo, this is, man, listen, ma'am. If you watching this, if you watch this, somebody pick up your voice and you watch this. Somebody pick up what interview this was. You triggered the hell out of me. You was too good. You was too good. You was capping like a mother. Yo, she was, bruh, man.
So what, I don't see the transfer from Favour, from Nigel to Favour, but there's no transfer from Peter, who was man of the year, to Julian. So PNP no transfer, but then transfer. Because Peter Phillips turned around this whole economy. He got man of the year from the Gleaner.
Yes, sure did.
You remember that?
No, millennials and Gen Z don't remember that.
Fair enough. See, you see the date now. I have 10 grand per bet. If Favour lands at 2%,
Damien, my money was on you for the debate, and you were very nervous, and you did not deliver how I would. So Julian could come and do the very same thing to as well.
No, this was before Julian debate, you know, that's context. I'm peeling, I'm cleaning up some Akis. I don't know if you know Aki's Jagger. Peeling some Aki's, cleaning out the insides. So we can have some breakfast tomorrow, well later on this morning. And maybe for dinner too, you know. And add in the dinner part too, I'm not sure. Hopefully. But yeah, trying to compare. Julian Robinson destroyed that narrative that she was you know, she was arguing. Her opinion was shut down completely. This was before the debate. But you know, I'm so happy that Julian performed the way he did, because Julian know whoever those people are that was not confident in Julian Robinson being the Minister of Finance. In that debate, he absolutely floored every single one that was a part of the team. JLP, I said it. Julian could have single-handedly taken out every single team player on Team JLP. And I'm not exaggerating. The man was absolutely on fire. He was Messi, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Pele, mixed with Maradona all in one. The man was on point, brother.
So them constraint with this 1 minute thing, I need to explain and teach you people. So, but we just give the button to my next virgin now, Raymond and box them up, because we need to debate without a doubt.
But Matthew stand firm and solid.
Yeah, Matthew stand firm, Matthew and virgin, but him still was. So 3-1 and still 3-1. I don't understand. 3-1, but them score a goal, 3-1, and get a whole lot. See? So what I'm saying is, I have every confidence that Julian Robinson is better than Bvrclips. Every single confidence. See, I can't compare what he would do because he's not been able to do it yet. He hasn't got that opportunity. But Favor has proven herself to be incapable and incompetent, in my opinion.
Right.
Now, people say...
I agree. Incapable and incompetent. And I don't even know nothing about finances. But boy, the way how the fact checker's been doing Favor, man, she's our Minister of Finance. We are in trouble. So sometimes I wonder if, like, the ministers of government in the JLP, sometimes I wonder if they are being slow on purpose. I am wondering if they are trying to sell us that they're slow, but really and truly, the crux of what they're doing is purposely destroying this country. That's where I'm at. I question that, like, every day. Like, no, what is happening with these people? You know, are they just trying to trick us that they don't know and that they're incompetent, or are they truly incompetent and they don't know? And I'm at the point where I'm like, yo, you know, they can't be that incompetent, you know. They are just destroying the country on purpose. That's where I'm at. Literally, that's where I'm at.
The PMP not together. Yeah, one time we'd have an internal quarrel because we were having a selection of leadership. If you're having a selection of leadership, there is a duty to pick a side. And we pick our side. But this is not the first. They had a selection of leadership too. Ardishaw versus Andrew Holness. Chris Tufton said that Andrew Holness not like him because I'm bright. And Andrew don't like bright people. Go look for the video them, man. Right? Andrew Holness never wanted to give Delano the seat because he supported Ardishaw.
Yes.
Right? And when him said Delano can't get it, Delano insists him have to get it till them postpone the election till them end up with Delano. Don't forget that him go down Ardishaw seat and say want to get the principal of the school down there, down in Spalding's there, the seat. And the same evening Ardishaw come say him have him candidate on TV.
Yes.
What do you mean? The simple fact of the matter is because two no mix up in our...
Yo, everything that Damon is saying is facts. There has been a lot of infighting with the Jamaica Labour Party. Who remember the lady named Rosa come out with the vice note? Who remember? Remember Rosie Big Woman? A big woman JLP lady. Enough people respect. Even on the other side. Remember her? She come out and talk it short about the work of them, about the MP them now do them work. There was listen. What is wrong? What is wrong? What is wrong with these people?
The party still to my party now because me beat my party and say, oh, me like how I live.
Don't agree. Who not paying people now?
Lisa not like no phone.
No, Lisa said she not run back. Me never run last year. There are different times with different circumstances. We don't have Lisa.
You would have contributed to the Lisa debacle too as well, with your leaked voice note.
I don't leak voice note.
Oh, you're planning?
Them they tape me when me that talk. That's not leak voice note. Voice note sound like me send somebody a voice note voluntarily. And a man tape me.
But it was still leaked. The tape was leaked.
I'm not here.
Yeah, but you are not.
And it would showcase that you guys are not together.
No, simple. A election I run, two-sided night. See? I make a call to my soldier them, who I thought were my soldiers. Say, yo, I think if you're not listening. See? My soldier must say, yo, on a time you know, hold on. I mean I say, yo, we mean on a time. I feel like come look on the two man them one night and look on me. I say me more popular than Mama. What is negative about that? What is division about that? To say me thinks that me should have been considered. See?
You really believe you're more popular than Lisa?
Maybe think so. Hey, don't question me think deep, you know. I just know in the social media and I think deep. But me, I say me for deep. My social them say, yo.
Now, what you guys think? You guys think Damien is more popular than Lisa Hanna? I will say this. I think Damien is more grassroots than Lisa Hanna. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. You know? I think he reaches more demographic. I'm a Rasta, I'm intelligent, I'm a teacher. You know? Most people know Lisa from Miss World. You know? But when I go down to the deep crux, the man really popular amongst the Comrades them. Everywhere, like, yeah man. People have love him. No joke about it. I mean, not say people don't love Lisa. It's not a division thing, but what I'm saying is I can understand the position where the man talk about. Like you must say, yo. So if them can run, me can run too, you know, brother. I'm up on that level right now, you know. Yeah. It's how I feel. And I'm talk a month in soldier them. But when I'm soldier them, was not when I'm soldier them. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, yeah, what a reason a man tape, yeah. That's why a man say, yo, I no leak. Me I talk and a man video me. And I leak that. You know what I mean? I like to say something in a confidence. They attack, and I want to decide if you just video it. And that's how I feel. You know? Veronica, what's up, love?
Allow that, yeah, very, whatever. So at the end of the day, that was simply an internal contest where we were having a conversation, analyzing the two people that were in the contest. How is that division? All we know is that the three of us go to the restaurant, and Waki say, yo, what not drink? And I say, yo, may I drink apple juice? And you say, no, man, may I drink orange juice? Then him come and say, yo, no, may I drink Appleton? And the whole of we have to share the juice. I better me get up and beat him, you know? Because none of we don't want liquor in too early. So it's better me agree with your apple juice or you agree with my orange juice. That's what happened in a political party. The two of us have a different opinion of which juice. But we know so we don't agree with liquor.
Right.
The People's National Party knows that every single one of us better than Jonas. Every single one. Lisa,
this is
Mark,
true.
Dayton,
This is
Raymond, you, Waki.
Question, no?
Every one of us.
Me think, right? The PNP should have stepped a little bit and make you run against Andrew.
Listen.
I feel like you talk your way into the presidency.
No.
I think you and Andrew should have arrested.
My time will come. But
perfect saying.
When you look into what is happening, because some people
You hear Damien say, my time will come. And you know, there's a lot of racist people out there amongst the supporters that feel that way. Well, probably felt that way before, at first, in those early times. But I think that Mark Golding, with the support of the members of the People's National Party, has really done a good job to, you know, let the people them get to know who Mark Golding is, because, you know, I can understand why people were leaning more towards Damien, because more people knew Damien. A long time Damien, you know, more people just know him. It's like Marky G, they kind of have a more internal role in them early times, them never so upfront. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's how it goes, but they have moved past that. I believe they have moved past that. I don't see any disunity between Damien Crawford and Mark Golding. I think Mark Golding has gained the respect of every single member of his team, as a general does. At first, in any change of leadership, you know, there's going to be segments, because you have, you know, people who are supporting this candidate, supporting that candidate, and then there's other people always on the side that say, yo, you know, say, none of them two there, you know, say, this a person should not run. So it's always like that in every group. Groups are not easy to keep together, you know. Teams are not easy to keep together, because sometimes our personal ambitions get in the way of the team success. Alright? And like Damien said, everybody knows that everybody in the People's National Party is better than Andrew Holness. All of them could have gone up against him as an individual leader of the party, and they would have won. You know, he could not stand up to the scrutiny of his plans and policies and his lack of fulfilling them. And that's just the bottom line. And then there's the issue of integrity. Sour point for him, boy. Lord of mercy.
Like the frills of it, like the icing of it. Someone say, yo, Andrew just good. So you prefer a man clothes than a man mind? Come on, have a better mind. Yo, Andrew shoes nice. So you prefer a man shoes than a man heart? Come Andrew beat winner.
A man them love. No for them we matter about Mark Golding don't look. Mark Golding don't look presidential, and him don't look, and him look like him a drunkard and all of them foolishness there. A narrative them a follow, you know. Narrative them a follow. Right? Me I listen to Right Mango say several times on her life. So she knows Mark Golding. And what she knows about Mark Golding is that he does not eat meat. Somebody was on her live earlier. I'm gonna post that video to you know in the morning. Tomorrow. You know, it's gonna drop sometime. Well, later, sometime today. When I done this live, it's work again. Until I fall asleep. But I'm looking to get the work done of setting the videos. So while I'm sleeping, you guys have proper content to look at and to examine and to share to your loved ones, Undecided and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, remember we are 3 days away from the day of liberation of our Jamaican people here in Jamaica from this wicked, evil, uncaring, dangerous, mafia-like government. Yes, we are 3 days away from liberating. Oh, by the way, I'm not saying this to scare anybody, but please, in everything you do, put God first. Alright? Because these people have uttered some things that is extremely concerning. And in regards to the safety of the citizens of the country, you don't know what they will do to try and jeopardize that just for their own benefit. There are so many things. 15 bomb threats. Did you guys 15 bomb threats yesterday? Well, not yesterday, the day before, because it's after 12. Today's what? A Sunday? It was Friday. 15, and most of those bomb threats were in the government buildings. Listen, man, you cannot tell me that wasn't coordinated and wasn't planned to the T. But God is not sleeping. People, on September 3rd, this Wednesday, I'm telling you, 6 a.m. when you come with no tea, on a thermos, come with no biscuit, or whatever of a snack pan, or no water. Vote early, go on. Also, 6 a.m. Travel strategically in big groups. Everybody roll out early. You understand what I say? That is it. And if you can have a I think every police will be working on that day. But if you have lights, the firearm holders and security, you can roll, you know what I mean? Yes. But be safe out there and pray. Is that right?
Remember, the man scoop up thousands of youth in the state of emergency and just lock them up, Even though Mario didn't go into a spliff and come out dead, That knowledge never stopped him from just take up people and put
And also, I saw on social media where this female who has a heart condition, Abby, she would have said to the Prime Minister that, hey, there are no perfusionists in Jamaica, and Andrew went and funded 2 scholarships for 2 perfusionists up my UA.
Yeah, man.
So him do work too.
No, let me explain something.
Yeah.
Andrew work when it comes in the media. A little girl they have scoliosis, can't go Google it. Her mother called me and said the doctors are here, and them said the theater now work. And the doctor them from foreign and go back and foreign tomorrow. You know what my advice was to the lady? Go up on the media. When she went on the media, tough time call her and open a theater for her to use. Other than that, she wouldn't get the surgery. You get where I come from, mommy? This man isn't in Mark's league as it relates to capacity. Isn't in Mark, in my opinion, isn't in Mark's league as it relates to compassion. Isn't in Mark's league as it relates to intent. But every time me hear them address this man, Mark, is whether I'm not in black or white, is whether I'm not in dress code, is whether
yes,
I'm not
Camille,
in shoes.
yes.
Are you understand what I'm saying? So therefore, yes, some of us would have been better dressed and look more like the people. But his capacity, his abilities, his experience is way greater than Moses'.
Remember that.
Why is that?
What do you mean?
No, why?
Alright. Moses has done nothing other than being in politics. When he was 24, he went into politics.
That's not a bad thing, though.
Okay. No, but he's not done other things which give him more experience.
Right.
So by extension, that is an objective fact. And this man had more experience in law, he had more ministries, he had more exposure. Andrew has the ability to be a prime minister, so he'll have more experience as being a prime minister. But the general experience, Mark would have had more experience. I believe Mark, intellectually, capacity-wise, is of a greater intellect than Andrew. Now, me interact with Mark more, so me have a biased opinion of him, coming really interact with Andrew to see the moments of brilliance if he has them. Because more time you see a moment of brilliance is not in a discussion like this, where I'm gonna reason. It might be now, I just one side and I'm gonna figure out something with a work.
I'm naturally.
Yeah. So maybe no bias in that.
Yes.
But in particular, as it relates to compassion, way more. Remember when let's go over Bernard Lodge and lick down some house, remember?
Yeah, and he went back over there and still.
And one woman cussing on TV, remember?
Yes.
And who get a house?
That one woman.
So what about all the other people then? If the principle was, yo, John Ostar, we shouldn't do this. Or is the principle to make a public statement? What do you do with that woman? He took her to Parliament.
You know, so, you know, so, you know, you know what people think? You know what I think? Everything when do, it's on Instagram. Like,
even lit down 11 house. And in hindsight, they shouldn't lit down the house. To where the one that cuss up on TV deserve a house. What makes she different than the other 10? Other than the simple fact that...
But the compassion would come in here though, because she would have said that she was paying rent or she paid for the land. I think that's how it went.
All of them had the same story, that somebody selling the land. Every one of them had the same story.
Oh, okay, I only know that.
But she was on the TV. You know, see the man go look for people for pitney dead.
So, people, now understand you guys understand the point that Damon is making? Andrew Holness is a PM. Anything to make him look good. Andrew Holness is a type of person where him girlfriend or him virgin or him son, not him girlfriend, him son or him virgin, if him say, yo, same son. If him say, hey, Pops, we can't get on 40,000. We want to go deal with. We want to go buy some 2 fresh shoes, 2 fresh kicks, He my type of person where if him son alone and him there, him not gonna give him the money. But make the girl there. Make the girl there where you want to impress. Yeah, man, him just dash your money, man. That type of brother there. So you see, him not really business about the people them where he host them and lick down, In business about the optics of that this one lady will come and say and cuss him out. And it go viral. So I say, Jano, in the eyes of the people, I have to remedy this for change them perception of me. So him just go so bops and fix fear problem alone. Not all the people in problem, Remember say other people like same situation them there and she, for them house lick down and she alone get. Your mind sharp all people all of her because she alone get. You understand what I deal with? So and Damon Crawford used the analogy. The government are like foster parents for population. So this is why a leader of any political party, PNP, JLP, UIC, anybody who going to power, them have a responsibility to every Jamaican. So you cannot leave some Jamaican behind and then you bring one. It's the other way around. You try your best to reach everybody and then you look back at anybody where they're behind, you go back for them. So they don't feel left out and they don't feel discouraged. But Andrew do it in a reverse. Andrew use the minor and make it seem major for making himself look good. Imagine him bring the lady come to Parliament. If she come, give him big speech and big him up. It's all about him. I don't realize that the man is very self-centered. Extremely self-centered. He doesn't care about people, he cares about himself. Let's continue.
And I'm overhead sitting at, what you call that? Drone and show him a walk to the community, Mama.
Yes, Mama P do it too. Mama P used to go look. You're telling me that the Prime Minister, Portia, never go to communities when people died?
Yeah, but I said, never see Joan.
Joan never did them time then. Maybe that's the reason.
Coverage. You know things that me got dead people here? The things that me avoid every day here? But how you make
as a member of Parliament, you tend to do those things.
So how come him alone on the production?
Because he has the funding.
No man, that's not right. You think that right? If your sister there, you think it.
Yo, this is where I was really, girl, what? You're just asking, you're just saying stuff at this point. You don't believe what you're saying. Yo, she said, yo, you got the funding to do it. That's how you doing it, bro. I almost fell out my chair, boy. Let's continue. Damien Crawford handling this.
Right. for political opportunity to come from?
No.
Alright. So why then if a little girl was murdered as was in Arnett Garden and burnt, this brother had to go with a camera crew? You don't see something wrong with just the approach.
To media.
You don't see something wrong with the approach. Somebody know what kind of country we are creating.
Can I be biased and say it's for information purposes?
Information?
Yes. Letting other persons aware that I am contributing to society in the sense where I have a compassion, as you would say, and extending that to their families.
One picture could have been information, man. Press release could have been information. The drone walking through the lane.
How much people read a press release?
How much people watch a drone? So
you'll get more engagement with the drone footage than that.
But that's the point. This is where I was like, she's just saying stuff. You're making his point. That's the point. It's about the engagement so people know he did something. It's not about the person he did it for. It's more to big him up. That is why I have these 60 houses a year where I cut urban for. With the not the indies, just the something under the private project, something under the project, housing project, whatever. His housing project. That's why I have so much ribbon and cut. It's all about him.
And the press release. For him to use that circumstance to show his compassion.
No.
It's an abuse. Yo, when them give an indigent person food, them take a picture, Sometimes them take a picture of somebody in a bed, in a diaper. You think that person want to be exposed like that?
Exactly. Think about it. It's quite inconsiderate. It's quite inconsiderate.
Run by looking at the problem, go in our room, figuring it out, and then come and fix it.
Fix it, right.
You understand? And Jonas is the first man who said, buy vote on TV. In the mix election, the man just come in and budget speech and say, we have $1 billion to give away, 50,000 to 20,000 people. And then for the brink election, the man just come and say, you can apply today. You think people know there's a vote buying opportunity?
Exactly.
$1 billion.
Which instance was that?
This year, this budget speech, it'll give you right now.
How you get it?
Too late. Too late. You never see 20,000 people get $50,000. I think we call it like solidarity money. See?
I missed that. I missed that Instagram. I missed that Instagram there.
Mr. Pose, did you ever see that?
At this point, I was a bit annoyed. Because I was like, no, she's taking this a little bit too lightly. It's not a joke. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was annoyed. I was definitely annoyed. Definitely annoyed. Handled that.
Well, I would drive past 11-year-olds, 12-year-olds, 14-year-olds, 10 o'clock at the stoplight.
Very near to his home.
But on a Monday and a Tuesday, we don't send them to their school.
Yeah. Yeah.
What kind of country we have if none away? When me just stop lighting, I'm confused.
So when you did go help them wipe off the windscreen, you know, say to them, say, all right, here what? Yes, you're unemployed, you're not in the government. Yeah. But fund it out of the goat them.
You're mad, then if you fund out the goat, my daughter and I broke. My duty is not to personally fund Jamaica's problem. My duty is to go in there with my ability and effort and change it. You know, so one of the biggest things we learn, because we got it just out of joy and thing. Because when I say, yo, Andrew can't come go like him for it.
So you taxi your wife.
Why who videoed that?
My friend.
Who put it up?
My friend.
So why you never tell him take it down?
No, because a different thing, what abuse am I doing at that point?
But somebody can say you're exploiting the children by putting out that.
You know, sister, me and my friend. Me and the whole of them youth, their friend, I'm back to you then. See? Them know, more time I have hide in my car, because them know say from me have a thing them I get it. Watch me now. So when me go out there, I see the response of the Jamaican Labourite people. I see prejudice. You see when they go out, they go shake hand with a businessman, them wouldn't say, oh, come out with a businessman. Them say, oh, you might be an education, I'm out there with car wiper. I said to the youth, them say, yo, I can't force people to make them wipe them car, you know. See? When I have to just ask, and if them say no and no, because of service. You know what you them teach me? Them say I don't really win, and some of them depend jobs, you know. Which means that them can't do without the money. You know? So as soon as them become a nuisance. So we need to intervene from that drug addict situation. But I also realize when my dad say, you know, say me and them without luck. Anyhow, my mother never intervened, my father never stay home.
Patricia, what's up?
Never go university. Me pass with a white tigers.
Listen to that again. That was so profound what you said.
From that drug addict situation. But I also realize when my dad say, you know, say me and them without luck. Anyhow,
Damien said that he is those young men wiping car glass without luck. And he's gonna state why he's lucky. You just wake up, I'm gonna sleep yet as usual.
My mother never intervened, my father never stay home. If I couldn't go to school, if my uncle never go to university, me pass with a white car glass. The only difference between me and them is circumstance. And my duty is to make sure that my youth and female youth don't have an equally different circumstance. Because my youth are going extra class, female youth now going to extra class. The vast majority of people who pass common entrance or PEP got extra class. You know that? They get them first choice. The vast majority of who pass maths in a CXC, who pass bio, who pass physics, who pass chemistry got extra class. You know that? True. And we come and say, yo, we are going to pay for the youth and get extra class who can't afford it. And there was a quarrel in the country because some people want people to clean them toilet and bathe them dog. Right. You understand? So all I'm saying is there's a set of people on the PMP side who have lived it. And after we live it, don't feel so we should escape it and lock the door. There's a set of people on the JP side most never live it. You see Daryl Vaza called Mark Gold in white like in black. Daryl Vaza? No. If we're going by race.
I only hear that. Man says it Daryl Vaza called Mark Gold in white like in black.
I'm saying, a rich man party. JLP is for the wealthy.
True, man.
Historically.
True.
That is why they don't know about NHT. That's why they don't know about minimum wage. That's why they don't know about maternity leave pay. That's why they don't know about equal pay for women. That's why they don't know about Operation Pride. That's why they don't know about Portmore. None of those things, because their total output, their outlook is for a trickle-down economy where the business is wealthy and it comes down. I'm not fighting the business, but if the people are right, the business is wealthy.
As you mentioned trickle-down economy, the manifesto states that AI would be very much an integral part for the future, right?
Yeah.
But AI can also be a disadvantage in the sense where this can be a sense of job cut for persons.
Yeah.
Also, there is not reliable internet around Jamaica, per se, right? How would you go about ensuring that, one, all Jamaicans can benefit from this 4.0 industrial revolution, because we don't have reliable internet, and how we know that with this integrated into our economy, that persons can be better off and not worse off. Because remember now, the boomers exist, and they are not tech savvy.
So the first thing is, don't forget that we start the Universal Access Fund. All the way with the internet that built out in our communities was funded by the Universal Access Fund. Not really right now start nothing. You know how Universal Access Fund was started? By saying that cars coming from the United States, we will charge a tax from cars coming from the United States and landing in Jamaica so the American would pay. The United States said that that was unfair outside taxation and we'd have to go foreign, fight and beg and negotiate for that to be allowed. And that created a pool of funds that could build out what they call the last mile. The last mile is the portion of any infrastructure that private sector don't think is profitable to build. So therefore, we, the government, start to invest in that last mile. Half of our internet now is because of this work of Universal Access Fund. Now you talk about AI. Anything that is misused can abuse, and abuse can be negative. Cocaine was used for dental treatment. Was that cocaine misused or numb?
No, I didn't.
You go, yeah. See? But it also is abused and done crackhead. Right? So anything that's abused. How we are going to use AI? First of all, we are going to use AI as a force multiplier within the teaching fraternity. A force multiplier means that one person can now service more people. You understand? One of the ways is to make AI mark grade papers. If AI can grade papers, it take away the biggest negative for teachers, which is to mark 120 paper, 160 paper. So especially at high school, each teacher have 4 grades, and then normally have 40 children. That's 160, right? If you mark 160 paper, and can't bother with that. What it means, therefore, I'm only give homework once a month. And so it don't necessarily intervene at the point where there's a problem. So I need to give you a homework when you're done adding fractions, then we give you one when you're done subtract fractions, so that we can see if you understand that aspect of the curriculum. But that hand marking reduce the capacity to do that. So we give you one when you're done fractions in totality. Are you understanding? Right. Now I'll be able with AI to do every single one and intervene. That is how intervention, I will come say, okay, stay back this evening, because you never understand this work. And before you move on to decimal, I want to make sure you understand fraction. Alright, come this weekend, because you need a little more help than just this week. Alright, go in another class that we are lag a little bit behind, because you need to get a little more focus. That is what AI allows. Right? Secondly, AI allows for equalization of teacher competence, because AI can be used to write the lesson plan. You understand? So if, remember, you know, currently you write yours, me write mine, you write female. So if him is a better teacher than you, then...
You know, I don't know how much you guys really measure Damian Crawford. You know, but I truly appreciate the brother. Damian Crawford, sir, I appreciate your genius. I am glad that you're on the people's side. I really am. This man is going to be an excellent minister of education. Wow. Listen to the man.
You might have a better lesson plan. Now with AI, you just go in, you fit in the information. I need a lesson plan for 7-year-old who this is them level, AI produces it.
But that can also make people not be competent though, Damian.
No, because what is it now? That our master teachers now is training the AI. So because our master teachers is training the AI, your approach to knowledge now, to imparting knowledge, is coming from an expert, a person with greater expertise. In addition to that now, you go watch a video of this person teaching it and see strategies of this person teaching it. So like when I teach maths and I teach fraction, I come and say, yo, you have a pizza and this is 12 slices. The denominator is the total 12, because the denominator is the total. And the numerator is the portion that you take. So if you take 6 out of 12, it is half, because 6 into 6 one time. So that is an approach. A person watching this video see that approach and say, yo, I like approach, you know, but I use something else. Are you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So therefore, it then now equalize the teacher competence across the board, especially in the deep rural areas where we have difficulty finding these teachers. You hear me come from?
Right.
So AI is now being used as a force multiplier in general. See? We know about build out the last mile. Now, when a man talk about digital, because when sometimes we carry it deeper than the man are willing to think. If you talk about digital, you must talk about energy. If you don't have access to electricity, digital don't mean nothing to you, because it's functions from energy. Are you understand what I'm saying? So if I put internet, I don't have electricity, then you can't access internet. So therefore, we're building out the last mile of energy. That is why I restart rural water and I restart rural electrification.
But it's still St. Anne, Matthew Samuda would have gained Flint Hill water, which didn't have it for 30 years ago.
Yeah, because what you know, everything now done one time. I mean, as a JP,
then if everything is not going to be done one time, if you are going to project phases for 5 years for many projects, which we know within our STEM ourselves that will stand more than 5 years.
No, you can't know that, because you know it's clear.
But everything can do one time.
But watch me as I know.
Everything can do one time.
Everything can do one time. See, watch me now. They don't have to get 0 to fail. So the JP, I'm not saying JP did nothing. I'm saying they didn't do enough.
You're talking, make it seem like, you know?
No, man, they're not doing enough.
For the 2 terms?
For the 2 terms. They didn't do enough. So sometimes I mark my youth them paper and them get 3 right. It come like a man and say, oh, JLP is doing good in crime. If you put the entire term, it's the highest number of murder within the 9-year period. But this year is doing good. So him want to tell us that based on this year alone, I must ignore all the other years. I'm not willing to ignore all the other years because I'm judging your term. I'm not judging.
Like many other persons are not ignoring the 18 years you guys are in power.
Judge that term. What was that 18 years in power? The biggest reduction in poverty.
Talk to them.
Biggest.
Talk
Over
to
600,000 people was moved from poverty.
No, let us examine the 18 years. Biggest reduction in poverty. Do they ever talk about that? Is somebody going to say, oh, that is a lie? Please. Please, come with it. Come with it. I'm waiting. Sorry, say Labour right there not waking up, but we beating a market G, Andrew. Labour right there still knock out, they still asleep. Play that again, Bowler.
18 years you guys were in power.
Judge that term.
Yes.
What was that 18 years in power? The biggest reduction in poverty.
Yes.
Biggest. Over 600,000 people was moved from poverty. Judge that term, the highest increase in university access.
Yes.
Judge that term, the greatest jump in literacy.
Yes.
Judge that term, we built hospitals. The Labour right them try to build one hospital for now.
And hold on, no, don't say that. I have information right here. Okay, in the health sector, because I have questions for health, right? UNO has a medical tower for 80 million, right? You said nothing is happening in there. Alexandra had a project for 400 million the other day. Okay. We have a Mapen wing, which they have created something for 642 for outpatient department. I would have saw an interview the other day with Alfred Dawes where he would have shared, it would come off to me like a lot of stuff is not being done in the health sector.
Yes.
But yet still, I have documentation here from Christopher Tufton that would have a full slideshow of all the projects that he has worked on and spent money on.
You ever hear about Confucius?
Confucius
was a man was
yes, I heard about it.
He said if Confucius was here, he would say, those who plan to steal, praise the budget. That shows very little delivery. 600 million, is that what does it deliver? Now look at the outcome in health. You don't see the pictures of people laying down on the ground because they can't get a bed.
Yes, I saw a video the other day with a cat in public.
A video?
Yeah.
Many videos. We have the highest maternal death rate in 30 years. Maternal death in pregnant women are dead. We have the highest neonatal death in pre-born babies. Remember I think when they call it a dead baby scandal?
Yes.
That was 18 babies. 18. In the last 2 years, 256 babies have died.
What will be the reason for that, Damien?
Most times when a baby born premature, all their faculties not in place, and if they don't have the necessary things to help them to survive, they're not dead. There's only 2 things for breast, what they call it, I think it's mammogram.
Right.
Only 2. And that 2 calls for more women to discover a lump to know that they have cancer than to have an original thing. The children's hospital, it does not have a MRI and it does not have a CAT scan. You get where I come from? So when this man comes to about 600 and this and that, numbers don't change the reality of what we're facing. Now when you have a stroke, it can either be a brain bleed or a blood clot. One of those can create a stroke. If you give the blood clot medicine, which is to reduce the clot, and a brain bleed you have dead. And if you give the brain bleed medicine, you understand? If you give the wrong medicine, you have dead.
Vice versa.
To that extent, when they don't have an MRI for go in there and see what it is, you have to lay down on this thing until them start to see certain functions change.
Right.
Most of our hospitals, including Spanish Town, including the one downtown, which is public, don't have these equipment. You get where I come from? No. You can go to the clinics now. On a simple matter, why clinics don't open on a weekend? Why should a youth have to miss school for a doctor? These are the things. What will PMP say? We are talking about we build Mandeville Hospital. You are telling us in build one part now. The joke thing. These are insufficiencies, are immateriality. So what is happening here? They said that Cornwall Regional would be 2 billion.
Right.
It ended up being 22 billion. Still not finished. If a man come here and say, how much we fix the roof? And he said, give me 2 million. And when they go find and come back and say, you know, it's 22 million, you would fight him.
Right.
Yes, but we also know that when we're building a house, the figure that you have to have a buffer.
Yes, so you know that. So when you come back and say 22 million, you think 20 million is a reasonable buffer upon 20?
No, it's not. No, it's
would
not.
you give him back the work?
No, I wouldn't.
You employ him back?
No, I wouldn't.
So that they might ask if you do know. If you employ back a minister of health, will come and say $2 billion in 1 year. And in 9 years, you got 22 billion and it's still not open. And then you cut a ribbon for opening the Department of Accounts. The part when open have nothing to do with healthcare. And you still got cut a ribbon about it. You know, it's a madness where we are defending our country. How can this man, you wouldn't take on back the carpenter, but if you take on back tough guy, men's no man. In a 30 years, the most people are dead. And he said, him a do good because he did spend 600 million when he never spent anything again.
I think he's favorable because of the COVID
favorable because he's brown.
No, because of what he did with COVID. I think a lot of people draw to him because of COVID.
What did he do?
Listen, man. Jamaica do better than nobody else. In COVID, them open Negro to keep a dance. Choose some rich man, they come in, you forget.
Come like you forgot.
In COVID, them keep election, nearly kill off the whole away. What do you mean on deal with COVID? He said he was going to build a COVID center over UWI. I know it a build. Go and Google if in a COVID when they run out of oxygen. And the oxygen people say they wrote to Tufton and never answer. What do you mean? Me I said Nigel Clark. Nigel Clark said never read SSL document when the people them tell him say SSL are going awry. He said never see the document. It's his duty to see it. Some local marketing ploy we make people do and I said they do good. You wouldn't hire back a man, an electrician or a plumber who said 2 million and then got 22 million. But if you hire back Tufton, how come it different for the electrician? Well, if the electrician do me that, they never fight.
Gotcha.
Thump out the whole coming out here. And these people take money. This man buy a drill with all of us on the internet. For 10 times the price I wait on the internet and we go on like so we don't remember.
By what?
A drill, a neurosurgical drill.
Oh.
For do neurosurgery. But the drill is dear on the internet. Like so the drill every $1 and the man buy it for $10. To him friend them without any bidding.
The remove horizon.
What I say, what we are doing? Come on, man. What these guys are doing, no country should accept that. Before we reach a PMP for win, we reach a GLP for lose. Because what they have done is deserving of losing. What they have done cannot be accepted. After that, now you can compare our ideas to fit them idea if we for win, but them for lose.
How do we hold politicians accountable?
Every election.
Alright, if we don't get it at the election, what can we do otherwise?
Every election, a man must be living in fear for 5 years that he will not win back because his interest is winning back. So when it comes to an election now, Tufton must explain to me the 22 billion and to you. When it comes to an election now, how come more women are dead than 30 years ago when healthcare improved? You understand me? How come you decided it was a scandal for 18 and 20 times 18 now, dead under you? What caused that?
So election thing where you're for like everything where you do in the country.
Come give me a report card now.
Okay, so we are exam time now.
Exam time. So all the SBA go, the homework go. All my life go. Oh, you have a book of progress and my belly now have no progress. And my pocket now have no progress. And my life now have no progress. Oh, you have to tell me, say, yo, you know, if you ignore the stinking garbage and say you buy garbage truck, if you ignore the everything, if you ignore the hospital experience and say you do good because you write down one thing in one book, you can't get your foot dressed. I tell you, sir. If the people cannot access the most basic health care, what that number when you just tell me about is tell me that somebody have got jail.
Somebody have got jail.
All of them millions there never prioritize to giving the only children hospital a MRI.
Come on. Talk about it.
So if my daughter dropped down and direct, what do you do? You know, say in Jamaica you must choose between free and healthcare. The two of them don't come together. If you choose free, you're not getting healthcare. If you choose healthcare, it's not going to be free. But them say they must spend billions on it. You have to carry gas, you have to carry injection. Everybody out there know this. So now that we are asked them to report, how come the report should be ignored when we are feeling it every day?
True.
Cannot be ignored. Should them put something in our book and say, oh, we spend 500 million on Alexandria, spend it on children's hospital. You wouldn't prefer children's hospital are the necessary things for children to stay alive.
Good night, Oris.
Yes.
Good morning.
But I also want other areas of the society or the economy to have it as well.
Prioritize if we don't have all the money. If we don't have unlimited money, shouldn't we choose priorities?
Yes.
So therefore, one of the assessment of a government should be how they choose priorities?
Yes.
So therefore, have they chosen the right priorities?
No, with all those figures, no.
So how come they want body work?
Exactly.
They must be fired.
Exactly.
I feel like on the shop, but them can't keep the work.
Exactly.
They can't keep the job. How will you keep a set of people who move literacy from 84 to 65? Is that acceptable? Not acceptable to we? A man will send me in charge of education. And me send my picnic, I get 84. And then by the year done, my picnic get 65. And you have nothing said to this teacher. You have sent back your picnic to that teacher.
No parent wouldn't do that.
So why you have sent come to the ministry? These are facts we can go to Google.
Tell them about world deep still. Real deep still.
In our personal life, we would not extend the contract.
No, you hear what him say a while ago? Say, Damien I got real deep. No, Damien, I don't know what the girl did, but she triggered him. I wasn't the only one that was triggered. The way how she was playing devil's advocate, it didn't piss him off. It activated something in him. And he was just, all he's talking is facts. All he's talking is facts.
On national life, maybe because we can escape it. Coming up to public hospital unless it's an emergency. And a lot of people middle class are going to go to private hospital. Maybe because my youth go private school, my youth go prep school. Maybe for that business about who the government to manage. But if it was at the most nuclear level, the most minute level of my child, none of these results would have been accepted. None would be accepted.
How do we, alright, one of the crises that I face as a young Jamaican is housing, right, which you would have talked about. And oftentimes I realize that the government will give developers who are their quote-unquote friends the contracts to create these multi-million dollars apartments that we cannot afford. Right. Persons, I'm not so thrilled with NHD housing. The reason being is the same 10,000 persons with them say with the points get it back every year, right? If the People's National Party is supposed to win and you create apartments, how can we reduce that apartment from 40, 50 million to something like a 15 million?
No, 12? I don't know the numbers because you asked me about numbers when I know about steel and gravel and cement, so I don't know the total numbers.
Right.
So what we said that when government give land to contractors, we will remove the cost of the land from the purchase of the house. So if this house is for 18 million and we say the land value of it is 3 million, we will then give that land portion as a grant to the person who buys this house. Okay. So that immediately reduces the cost of the house. Are you understanding?
Yes, I understand.
When it comes to access to anything, including housing, you talk about availability, so we have to build more houses. You talk about affordability, so we have the thing where you take out the land price. And you have to talk about accessibility. That is why we do the rent to own, so that we can have a thing. That is why we have to take out. So we have a full slate, right? Then you have some man now we are living in some house where they're on squatter land. So we have to change that. That is how the 25 years come in. Right. So therefore that immediately gives another segment of housing. Now, no future live on squatter land. Now, me not going to live as a favor because I get up. But if your mother own the land, that is value. So when time your mother give to you, you sell it for 7 million. What happened with that 7 million? You know, put it towards where you buy. Right. Are you understanding that? Yes, I'm understanding. So that asset becomes a future value. See, that continues to grow, even if you don't want to stay there. So when we do the holistic change, when time we give it.
I think, sorry about that. I think that went over some people's head. I know it's early in the morning, but stay with me, people. Stay with me. Like and share the video. So what Damon is saying is that the increase in home ownership, maybe the person that has land, the land is in the ghetto. That land is passed down to a child, right? And it is government land, but mommy built something on it through this initiative by the PNP to give people their land title. So immediately that family gets equity of the land. They own the land outright. And they can use it to improve their lives by going to the bank with the bank title and getting lines of credit that is equivalent or close to the equivalent of the land with what's the word I'm looking for? With it's not increases. What's the word, man? No, when you borrow money, interest, with some type of added interest involved in paying back whatever, right? The loan, right? That's why when you're going to use that type of equity, you got to make sure it's something constructive you're going to do. Because one, you're putting up your land, and two, you have to pay back some type of interest over time. So you have to make sure whatever you're using that money to do is going to make you money. So anyway, that parent transitions, gives that land to their son or daughter, and now that equity is passed on. And what he's saying is maybe the land is in an area where, like the ghetto, like I said, and that son or daughter don't want to stay there, they can sell the land because over time the land equity and value is going to increase. It is very rare that land value decreases. All right, land decrease, very rare. I'm not saying it doesn't, but it doesn't decrease by much. All right, so I think that is a comprehensive way to look at it, of the mid-term, short-term, and long-term asset that people gain from gaining equity from owning the land, the so-called squatter land that they've been living on for years. Because I didn't want that to pass you guys. For those past, let's continue.
The first child in the family has scholarship to go to university, so that you don't have the student loan. That can get a $30,000 to pay towards your mortgage. Yeah. That help with housing, even though it's an indirect assistance, because it never was a housing assistance, but I take out the mean from you to pay that. When we have the RNG economic grant, which is $1 billion for people like you, if you can buy a camera, if you can do things, if you can go to training, if you can rent a studio, if you can have a studio like this where you can just book your time and use it instead of pay for it, that will make you make more money. Yes. So everything is not direct. Sometimes we think that ABC, sometimes AX, W, B, C, V, so it come back around, but it's still a reach. Wait for reach. So what I said? PMPs are way better party. Yes. History, current and future are way better party.
I do agree with that. As you can see, as you can see.
You ask me question them, you know.
Yeah, why should I be bad like that?
Now show you the propaganda with them. They be like that.
Yo, people, the girl I support the PMP, you know, but I couldn't tell you first 1-2 hour this video. The first 1 hour and 51 minutes. I think that this girl was an agitator. I think she was a unjust defender. She did such a great job of being asking the tough questions and playing devil's advocate, like I said before. She bad, man.
Narrative, they don't build a nation. It's a story they man build. You get where I come from? Them just build a story. But the numbers don't go with them. 28% of people used to go to university with them 5 subjects. It gone down to 18.
I have a question from a public sector worker in which Nigel, I was affected previously with what Nigel would have done in terms of the restructuring of the payment structure, right? So this question came from a former co-worker of mine where she would have said, would the PMP consider putting in back the place to the motor vehicle upkeep allowance for traveling officers? Also, she said, how are they going to treat the various anomalies arising from the compensation review implemented in 2022? Yes. Example, supervisors being paid less than those they supervise.
All right. So I want to say Nigel Bright, in charge of it. If Nigel Bright, why the $1,000 look like $100? You know, you could see that answer, this doesn't make no sense. $3,000 and $100 look the same.
True.
Sometimes we just look on the outcome. Nigel is knowledgeable. Very knowledgeable.
Yes, he is.
Right? But you get a wicked to learn from where there were certain things that we'd have to look at the law said that it had to be done.
Right.
Do you understand? So he was the one in charge of this
compensation.
The majority of people happy with it? The answer is no.
No.
The vast majority of people are not happy with it. So he's using his skill for bad, then not using powers for good. Alright, let's say right. Why not use that brightness to make more people satisfied? Because more people are dissatisfied and satisfied.
Yes, that's true.
Therefore, this bright never help you. Maybe we should put somebody with us. Maybe that's why they try somebody else. But the point I'm making to you is that he didn't use his powers for good. Now, make we look on this compensation thing. The government gave themselves 300%. Right?
Right.
And moved themselves to the top of the Caribbean. The highest paid in the Caribbean politicians is Jamaican politicians. Simultaneously, they gave the teachers 12 to 20%. Try to trick the teachers to accept that even though, so all teachers get paid, they get benefits and then get them salary. So they get a salary, let's say they get salary $100 and they get benefits of $100. The government remove the benefits of $100, give back the teacher $212 and say them get 100% increase on them salary. But them take home pay more by $12. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Now these are maths and accounts teacher with the material listener. That teacher sweat at it. That the logic of it don't make sense. Are you understanding what I'm saying? No. So what we have recognized now when them do that is that these anomalies have evolved. See? So a person who's a traveling officer, you tell him that the car upkeep is in his pay. How can the car upkeep be in his pay? The car upkeep is a part of the job. This is a part of the equipment we're supposed to provide. Are you understanding what I'm saying? You can tell this a general say lightly like this. That's madness. That's a part of the function of the job. They got for travel. And by extension, the car upkeep is the government's duty. Now, we can't talk holistically on everything. I mean that the Prime Minister, I mean a leader. But I would be in a parliament and I would be in a cabinet with me and say, yo, look into this, look over this. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So, I want to come and go like me can commit everything like I'm the king. You get the way I come from? Move that way. This means just a local duke. I'm not trained for the king.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going to get
But the point I'm making is that these are, again, the teachers who felt undone, they are coming back for the job. Should the teachers give them back the job?
No.
The police that felt undone. There is report time. All the way you're doing at school, all of the roundabout, all of the gambling, a graduation time, no one teacher will decide if you graduate.
Yes.
And you will tell teacher, Miss forget somebody tell you about your mama. You can't forget that. Miss forget somebody never carry my homework. You can't forget that.
No. People's National Party just improve the marketing tactics, and I think that you can do very well in
if we
September
were
3rd.
better at marketing.
Yes,
because
September 3rd.
them money are brilliant at marketing.
Their budget is high.
And them thief. So hold on, watch it. If me and you got dance, and the thief can buy more liquor, it make him a better person than me. Because can buy more liquor. Through the thief I buy anything. Him forget the woman them through me only can afford Guinness.
No,
and him a thief, the thief part nothing like.
True.
Where them get the more money from? How you buy it up so much?
Where do they get
the money from? Nobody not answer. How do they have such disproportionately more money than the other party?
They are the government now, so they should have more money than the opposition.
Government is to fund
I know, I'm just saying, yes, you understand what I'm saying.
Then thief. Because the money was not for them. Money was for school feeding.
Another marketing part that they have to as well is showcasing the road network.
Which road network?
What road network?
Road rehabilitations. I drive on Spanish Town Road yesterday and it's a smooth road. Let me just that Spanish Town Road is one of the most disturbing roads in Kingston.
For you, because you live on a road that drives on Spanish Town Road. Well, let us tell you what the government have a program called Spark. Have you heard about it?
Yes, I know Spark.
Right, and them said I'm going to do 200 roads.
Yes.
Over the next period of the election. By the way, no matches never by year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6 matches by in the last year for Spark. So the Spark now come when election time. But you recognize that, right? You recognize that they ignored you before election, but it come 200 roads, it's 63 constituencies. That means in the 63 constituencies, the most you can get is 2 roads, in the whole constituency. Are you understanding that? From each constituency have an average of 4 divisions. That means that in that constituency, those 4 divisions, the most you can get is 2 roads for 4 divisions, so you can get half of a road. Each division have about 30 communities. That means in all the 30 communities, you can get only half over 30. That is madness. The vast majority of roads will not be fixed. What they do is to put a big number and put high volume places like Spanish Town Road. So everybody will drive on Spanish Town Road start to say, yo, it will fix. The incompetence of this government put life and limb at risk. It put your house at risk. How long a fire car take to come here? You think only Spanish Town Road fire truck driver? The average person yard have way worse of a situation.
But we still have to develop the road network leading into these communities though, and they are being developed.
Only, but not sufficient, immaterial amount. Let me just show you, say I get 2 per constituency.
You can do in the next 4 years, like we have projects for the next 5.
Well, if you look at their performance, remember you have something to judge by now.
For 9 years.
The first 4 years never include 0, it was none. So why do you think he might do it after election? What do you think changed in his heart and in his conscience?
I not agree with that though, Damien. When it comes on to National Works Agency, no, I not agree with that. I can tell you safe-handedly that road rehabilitation has been doing for the past 9 years.
Have you seen the evidence of that in National Drive to Drive? Of course, I would have 1 and 2.
A million patching though.
Tell me something. If me give you 20 questions for your homework, can carry about 3. You pass?
No, I'm not pass.
But that's what they're doing. The vast majority not getting nothing. So true, you can't see the tree. Thank you for the tree. But it's not worth it. When it comes to road, remember comparison. You make a vote now, you compare the two. Which party has done more historically for me to believe, and which party has proposed more for me to be hopeful? That's the two things that measure.
Yes.
Because who this history was before, This issue was a good girl before, so if she says she's a good girl, I don't believe. But when she make her proposal of what kind of wife she wants to be, the other one that wasn't a good girl might have a better proposal.
Right.
So we have to say hopeful. But you have to combine those two, because you can use hope alone and a hope on our history. But they lower. Are you understanding what I'm saying? These guys have been inefficient. These guys build, how long they build over St. Thomas? The road to St. Thomas.
But the completion will make someone go to the polling station for the bell though.
But the process should make somebody go to jail. The completion should make somebody go to the polls, but the process should make somebody go to jail. Because I'm robbery night. Look again now over the other side. Where them do junction. Over $1 billion overrun. Them fix the best part of the road and left the rest going to St. Mary. We have to do them maths there too. They took this 40 billion and gave it to the Chinese company alone. China gave no Jamaican the opportunity to bid. How is that?
What if that is because China Harbour delivers better projects than our own local contractors?
Hold on. Show me that. Show me the local contractors that.
Me say, if a local contractor watch this, they want to fight down money. Yo, she was doing too much, bro. Yo, she played devil's advocate too much. Like, how can you say that? Seriously. Seriously, how can you say that? Where's the evidence of that?
That failed. They're going to say every Jamaican contractor failed. Then when you got Chinese Prime Minister, maybe Chinese Prime Minister will be better than you. Don't make sense like that. One who don't function should be removed. You don't disqualify the rest of whole away because one person never do what one person never do. Is there evidence of China Harbour roads that never do good either?
Yes.
Yeah, St. Thomas, because they would have to.
Alright, so we have to know. So how them not disqualify?
Oh, you still use them?
That is only one I can recall. I don't know if they have many.
But it's one.
No, but why you use them again? Why
so you tell me all our local contractors are incompetent? And why you never make a bid?
Why you use them if you see a evidence? You see a evidence of failure, so why you use them? You see? So you just dash with the local, all local government, all government, no about government, all local contractors, you dash them with because of a few, right? I know the Chinese man did it, Chinese contractor did it, and them have shortcomings as well, but they still want to keep them. Make it make sense. Just make that make sense for me.
And why not with a process? He has been talking about a process where you don't get paid until it don't.
But I could say the local contractors are incompetent because as they patch a road, they have to patch it again.
And you don't want to give them back the work, no joke?
I don't want to, but NWA gives them back the work.
So how can JP get back the work?
So if you are supposed to, the administration is now PNP, would you root up what is at the NWA right now and rearrange the contractors that are currently there?
I propose two things. One, that every constituency should have at least 150 million for the MP to have an input. Because one of the worst things is that you get blamed for things where you have an input. I don't choose to show a face.
True.
Okay. So therefore we give each constituency 150 million where they meet with them constituents, choose their priority roads, and do it. That's democratization of the road fixing. That is already a win. Because it means it's spread across much more constituencies.
That make a lot of sense.
Are you understanding? And equally, creativity can be used because they have different methods of road fixing. So for example, they have asphalted concrete, which is the one where you say smooth and black. That is the one where you run major road. But they also have what you call double surface dressing. That's the one where you see like with the gravel on the top. There's some roads, double surface dressing is half the cost of asphalted concrete. But if it have whole of water set up on it and things like that, they'll mash up. So there's some little interland road where double surface dressing will be way more appropriate than asphalted concrete. But the MP now was saying that community now is saying that. Are you understand what I'm saying? So we are giving the community a say.
So you're bringing in the stakeholders?
Bringing the stakeholders. So a man can say, MP, this road is our priority. So that we can meet with the police, we can meet with the fire department and say, yo, to service my area, which roads are your priority so that we can service.
But the MP has their friends.
Huh?
Yeah, the MP has their friends.
But you also face them in 5 years. That's all for the people, you know. Everybody can enjoy themselves till 5 years.
But nobody supposed to, I don't want to wait until 5 years, Damien.
Why them do these things? Because they realize that the 5 year don't mean nothing to the people. If the 5 year meant something to the people, they would have worked.
Yes.
But they don't have to work.
Basically, man, I say you have to hold them accountable.
Health education alone, which I've given you the statistics, should disqualify JP.
Of course.
Corruption, which I've given you the facts, should disqualify the JP. These are things we can Google. Disqualify. Don't come on the exam. You can't get it. But million people are back at them. And if we do the same thing, it disqualify we next time.
Talk up here.
But if them start with you, love them. How JP finds one money election? before this.
The stage looks similar though. The PNP stage and the JLP stage look similar. They look similar. Central Manchester had a good stage. The one at Crossroad, you guys had a good stage.
No, but look for money if you try to get to a look for 1-1 and 2-2. When you see them on the road out, when you see some van where when you see some green like that.
On social media, like some
St. Catherine,
like
Alfred
go on social media too.
No, man, Peter Jackson won rap. No, it's gonna carry similar too. It's obvious.
That's true.
No, that's it.
Janelle, that's true.
No. That's true. Pay rich man in a JLP. Them come rich from man in them.
Gold spoon, yeah. It could be.
You should steal.
You could be.
So that's the point I'm making. They don't deserve.
All right. So in closing, though, Damien, because this was very impactful, I would say as a millennial, Gen Z, I think we will dominate the polls more than the boomers.
Absolutely.
That's what I think.
Where's the excitement on TikTok?
Yes, right. The use of social media. So given that this will be posted on a social platform, right? And what would you share with the audience to say, follow me and go and put the X beside the head? What would you tell them in closing to tell them here, come and vote for us?
The first thing I'm going to tell them.
Yeah.
Your mom and dad and grandma were not fools.
I believe that. I believe that.
The reason they chose the People's National
Party, right.
And that reason was that the People's National Party was more committed to development. Development means that the Human Development Index is the priority and not just the economic numbers. The JLP has done sufficient that can be researched and noted to be disqualified. The PNP has proposed sufficient that can be researched and noted that makes them the better option. From an education standpoint, from an investment standpoint, from a health standpoint, from a housing standpoint. If you're selfish enough to be concerned only about yourself, there's enough there for you. If you are willing to extend your concern to the nation, there is sufficient for the country. And therefore, any young person watching this today, just do the math. Don't believe in me, I'm not Jesus. Don't believe me, Google it, but believe with me that better is possible, better exists, and better must come.
But anyway, so the truth is real, and people, that was a good one, and a real...
Yeah man, big up the truth is real. Podcast people, you can go check them out, you know? Yeah man. Damien Crawford, boy, I tell you, say, yo, the man angle the JLP, the man angle Christopher Tufton, the man angle Andrew Honest, the man angle Favour Williams, the man angle every one of them. All the man do talk the truth and bring the facts, you know? Him no bash none of them. If you talk about caring for the people, character, leadership, you know, effectiveness, efficiency. If you are gonna mark Andrew Honest, how is your life impacted? I that you have to use a marking, you know. How is your life impacted? I mean not talk to people who are lazy. And I look handled. I talk to hard-working Jamaicans. Who do I talk to? People get up every day and when I put 1 foot forward in advancing on a personal situation, on a personal growth, mentally, physically, spiritually, economically. And that's what I say every single day, right? And also, especially the ones that care about not just themselves but everybody else, I only me talk to. You must have friends, you must have family, right? Me know say Jamaican people prideful. Me know say we love to suffer in a silence, but you can't tell me say you don't have somebody we've been through it, you can say, you know, say, me know, them issue they were having a healthcare system, you know, so me know somebody will go through a similar thing. Even yourself. Yo, let me tell you something, man. In some countries, man, Christopher Tufton, they have to run away, man. You understand what I deal with? 25, baby in a 24 day. Yo, that's the protest. Yo, I don't even know that, man. In some countries, Christopher Tufton will have to run away. Him couldn't stay in the country. With them, the results in the healthcare system, the rumors of dog that eat baby and all them something. Madness. Anyway, I'm going to bid you guys a good night because I have to get up. Well, I have some things to do before I go to sleep and set certain things. So, I bid you guys a farewell. Thank you guys for, rocking out with me on Bowl of VNR clips and Bowl of VNR 2.0. Make sure y'all go over to Bowl of VNR and Bowl of TBV. Subscribe. And oh, by the way, guys, if you want to join my WhatsApp channel, I have a WhatsApp channel. Alright, you can hit me at 1-876-451-6535. That's 1-876-451-6535. And when you hit me up, just tell me you want to join the WhatsApp channel and I'll send you the link. On the WhatsApp channel, I drop all the links to all the videos. Well, most of the videos, because, damn, sometimes I be sleeping. So most of the updates you do get in the WhatsApp channel if you don't get it from YouTube. Alright, so hit me up. See y'all later, man. Y'all have a blessed morning, a blessed day wherever you are in the world. It's what, 8 a.m. in England. So if you have anybody in the UK, salute. Anybody in Canada, Los Angeles, New York. Somebody from New York was in here. We got anybody from Portland. We have anybody from St. Thomas. Wherever you are in the world, wherever you are in Jamaica. If you're on the ocean, if you're in the skies. You know what I'm saying? Salute, man. Appreciate y'all. I'm out. Peace.